What's going on, YouTube? Q here again, back with another video for you. And today's video is going to be the 3 things I hate most about my 2016 Ford Fiesta ST. So I did a video like this on the Camaro, and man, the comments, whoo, y'all were tripping. Jesus Christ, man. But please keep an open mind. Like, it's not a bad car at all. I bought the car, so obviously there's something I like about the car. And I'm just going to go over the things that I like the least or hate. So definitely keep that in mind. Yeah, if it's your first time to the channel, welcome aboard. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Browse the channel, check out some of my older videos. Got 3 cars right here that I talk about. So let's hop into the video. The number one thing I hate about the Fiesta ST is that when I park the car and turn it off, I can't close the sunroof without turning it back on. So let me demonstrate. So pulling into my house, blah blah, turn the car off like I normally would, and then I roll the windows up and note the car is off, but the sunroof will not close unless I have the car on. So I gotta put it in accessory mode, and only then can I close the sunroof. And that's something that I don't like about it. I don't understand why it can't open and close when the car is off, but like the windows can still let down. That's just weird to me. Yeah, I just feel like that would be something that I would have accessible to me, like while the car is off, but still everything is awake. Alright, so the number 2 thing I hate about the Fiesta ST is the harshness of the suspension. So, as you know, this is like the track version of this car, and I expect it to be sporty, but this car is kind of sporty to an extreme. Like, this almost feels like a purpose-built for the track only type car, and I feel like I could use more dampening. So I'm on a smooth road right now, and it's pretty rough on any pavement. It's actually very rough for how it is. And if I could compare it to any other car, I had a FRS that was lowered, and that car was pretty rough, and this is actually even more rough than that. It's not forgiving, and I feel like it could be dampened a little bit better. But this is like, it is a cheap car, so I expect them not to be able to make this like the perfect car just for its price point. It's super cheap. The bare bones, the regular Fiesta is a cheap econo box, so I can't go expecting too much more from that. But that is something I hate about this car. It's not comfortable at all as far as the smoothness of the ride. You feel every imperfection in the road, and it's quite jarring and harsh as well. Alright, so the number 3 thing I hate about the Fiesta ST is the steering and the shifter feel. Because like, if you look down, I can shift this thing with like 2 fingers. So I'm in 3rd gear now. I can shift it into 4th gear with 1 finger. And I feel like there should be more resistance to it. Let me switch to 5th gear with 1 finger. Like, that's way too easy. And like, I can drive this with like my pinky and thumb. I feel like the steering is too light. To me, a good car, like good car feeling, it should be like some kind of resistance to where I can tell that it just takes away. Like, it's way too light for what it is. I can't really say much more about that. It's just way too light to be a sports car. So I don't know if that's because of the electric steering that's in here. It's not hydraulic, so maybe that's why it's so light. But I would like a more steering feel. And with the steering feel being so light, so this car also torque steers, which could be another thing, but that's kind of what you expect from a front wheel drive car with higher horsepower and lightweight. So it torque steers too, and when it kind of does go out of control, I feel like it doesn't feel natural to correct the torque steer. Like, if I want to counter steer and go the right way to steer, it just doesn't feel real. It just feels artificial to me. And like I said, like this shifter is just way too light. As most of you know, I have a Camaro. Well, not most, but my Camaro, like when I shift it, I have to I gotta put some kind of force in it to get it in the gear. And with this car, I can let me see if I can shift with my pinky. I can definitely go up with my pinky and go over the first. Yeah, I could use a little bit more girth to this shifter. And also, speaking of the light steering and the light shifter, the clutch is pretty light too. And I would like that to have a little bit more heft to it as well. But that's just from what I'm used to driving. Like I'm used to driving cars with hydraulic steering or just more steering feel, just more feel in general to be such a driver focused car. And this car is on the light side of things in that, for that matter. All right, so let me handle some of this rough pavement in the parking lot to show you all how rough this is if it translates in the camera. It's like very little dampening. And this is a pretty smooth parking lot too. It's got cracks in it, but like the surface isn't like that uneven. So on longer trips, I know for a fact this wouldn't be the best car to take on a long trip just because how harsh the ride is. Like, and my wife, she's the first one. She gets motion sickness in cars. I wouldn't go that far away from the house with her in the car. And that's another reason why, like, that's the main thing that I hate about this car, how harsh it is. All right, with all that being said, the Fiesta ST is definitely a hell of a car. Like, I love driving this thing. Still a fun car, but like I said earlier, disclaimer, no car is perfect to me. I haven't driven a perfect car yet. And these are just the things that I don't like the most about the car. So if you're considering one, just consider those 3 things that I did say. And a couple other things too that I didn't mention, but you kind of have to know the territory. Like, you kind of have to know that when you buy this car, that's what it's going to be about. So like torque steer, front wheel drive cars, they torque steer. Like it's no getting around that. It's like some newer cars like the Honda Civic Type R, I heard that doesn't have torque steer. But the Fiesta ST does, so just keep that in mind. And like if you like attention, like the Fiesta is definitely not the car for that. Like, it's so respected for being a great driver's car, and I'm trying to tell that to a lot of people, but they just don't get it. Like, this car has won so many awards and so fun to drive in like a spirited way, but people just look at it like it's a Fiesta, just a regular Fiesta. And yeah, Fiestas just don't get that kind of respect, like the respect that it should get for being such a fun to drive car. So yeah, the Fiesta isn't the worst car. I've driven cars with worse torque steer, like a 2004 Acura TL. That torque steer gets kind of dangerous because you never know which way it's going to go, and it's so violent. The torque steer in the Fiesta ST is quite tame, so it's definitely livable. All right, so that's the 3 things I hate most about the Fiesta ST. Like I said, it's a magnificent car to drive, but it does come with some flaws, something that you should consider before buying one. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section about what do you all hate most about the Fiesta ST. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. And I'm Q, and I'll check you all on the next video. Peace out.